1, Del 21 here. It's a rainy evening, and apparently none of these fuckers know how to drive. Alright, you have a 3-car accident here. This car here keeps cutting me off, and the car behind me keeps almost rear-ending me. So, it's another glorious rainy day. I guess I was gonna just basically do I just had a little, little run-in with, I guess you can call it questioning my abilities, I guess, which you should never do when you're riding a bike. The very last thing you should ever do is question your own ability, especially in the rain. I was just gonna basically explain what happened. I thought I had my camera on. Apparently I had a dead battery. I just switched it out. So this entire time I've been doing vlogs and no battery. Story of my life. But basically, in the rain, when it very first starts to rain, you know not to ride in the middle of the road. You know what not to do when it starts to rain, but you can't get it through your head that you have to drive differently. You know where to put the bike when it rains, but you don't know where to put, how to ride differently. Like you struggle throughout the entire beginning of the raining to, put your speed where you need to be, put your lean where you need to be, and that's where people usually come to fall. What I did was basically, I was actually going under the speed limit, if not the speed limit, for a turn. It was in the mall outer parking lot, where the speed limit is actually, I think 25. And what it was is I was coming to the turn, and I was going 23 to 25, and it literally just started raining. Like right now, it has stopped raining. It's like every other sprinkle is, it's water. Now it's just basically stopped raining. And what happened was that I was coming to the turn, and because it just started raining, I forgot to check my mind into the fact that, it just started raining. I can't ride like this. And when it clicked in my head that I can't ride like this, the entire time I'm coming to the turn, I'm actually saying this out loud. What actually is going through my mind is that, oh damn, I'm going too fast. I'm gonna fall. I'm gonna fall. I'm gonna fall. I'm gonna fall. Because it's that point where when you're in one lane, you're in the inner lane, you have the entire right lane because no one's there to brake. But I guess for me riding all this time, and rather than just panicking, okay, in my mind I was panicking, but I wasn't doing anything to panic though. I wasn't panic braking, I wasn't panic weaving, I wasn't panic accelerating, panic braking. Wasn't doing any of that. I calmly, while the entire time I'm panicking through my head, I'm gonna crash, I'm gonna crash, I'm gonna crash, I'm gonna crash, I'm gonna fall. I'm slowly applying the brakes, putting a slight lean, but just enough to make the curve, but not enough to cause the bike to lose balance. And I just calmly handled it. And I believe that's where most of crashes in the rain happen from, is like questioning whether or not you can do what you can do in the rain. Like, I've seen a couple bikers actually fall in the rain. They were on more powerful bikes, but they were riding a little outside of their skill level. Actually, there was only one crash that actually did that because he just got that bike. But other than that, I've actually seen people crash that have been veterans, and it's not because that it was a new bike, or are you gonna stand in the center of the road or what? There you go, good job. But it was because they doubted what they could do in the rain. It doesn't really just happen to be with rain though. You don't have to be rain. You can easily just doubt, even while it's dry. Like right now, this part of the road is it's slightly damp, just enough to change the discolor. I mean, just enough to discolor the ground, but it's What the fuck, man? That was a graze. I literally felt the heat off that motor. And basically, all right, there you go. See, that's the SUV is the only one that turned way back there to come off the lane. But I mean, in the rain is like you can still doubt your abilities in the dry, and about 7 times out of 10 make it out of that, because it's no big deal if you're on a forgiving bike like a 250, some 600s. If you're on a forgiving bike, you know, in the dry, it's no big deal. But in the wet, in the rain, it doesn't matter what size power of bike you have. You question your doubts. You question your abilities. You're asking yourself to fall. You're asking yourself to fail, actually. Like, I mean, if you can't, if it was raining right now, I need to be able to confident, like when I saw like Lauren Jennifer and darn it, ooh, look at that. I think this is a school zone. I think this is a school zone. I lost my train of thought. But anyway, like when I saw like Lauren Jennifer and everybody like in places where it's legal to lane split. Like before I got my bike, and when I first got my bike, I was basically at the point where I don't see how they do that. I don't see how the bikers that I see around here weave back and forth through traffic. And after riding for so long, it's not about whether or not you can do it. It's more about if you have the confidence to do it. If you have, your skill level does impede it, but you can have, like at my job, I have a boss that has the skill. He's a supervisor. He has the skill to be a head supervisor. He has the skill for all of it, but he doesn't have the confidence. He keeps doubting himself, so he can't go any further than what he is. It's just like when you're riding. Like, I've seen riders come up and ride close to cars, swerve between cars and everything, and you know, I wonder how they do that. And now after been riding so long, I now know it's about believing that you can do it, knowing that you can do it. I mean, not just believing you can do it, but like I said, knowing you can do it. I mean, all day you can believe you can do it. Hell, I believe I can jump this here Grand Canyon of a dam, but that doesn't mean I can do it, because I know I can't do it. But like, if it's something that I know that's within my abilities, look at that. That is a fall beyond falls right there. But if you believe that you can do it, and you know that you can do it, you have the skill that you can do it, don't doubt yourself. Doubting yourself is what makes you crash. Well, you also have that overconfidence. Well, that makes you crash too. But I mean, how many people, when they actually get on the motorcycle, that actually go squidding and actually overconfidence? I mean, it's like a real small number of people that actually go squidding and actually get themselves hurt. I mean, it's so few. It's just the image that it actually gives bikers makes it seem like we all do it, but we don't all do it. I mean, I will say I squid sometimes, but it's never beyond my ability. If you squid, my advice, don't squid outside of your ability. I mean, I don't go as far as squidding without my protective gear. The only time I ever squid without my protective gear was that one time, and that was because my entire family has Harleys, and I found out that we weren't taking the main highway. We were taking back roads, and we weren't exceeding 35. Oh, Army. But, yeah. Everybody, ride safe.